Leh, Assalamualaikum and good day. So we are from section 02. So today we are going to present our assignment 3, image thresholding. So my name is MAISARAH binti ASMIRA and my group member is AQILA NATASHA binti HAZIDI and HUSNINA binti AZIZAN. So first, I would like to show the input and output image after we apply the adaptive quotient thresholding. So here we can see the interface of our code. So for the input image, it say no image selected since we do not choose any image yet. So just click the choose image and click the image 01. So this input image we got from the folder in the e-learning. So here we have maximum value, block size and C value. So we apply the slider to adjust the value of max value, block size and C value. So we just need to slide it until we got the value that we want. So for the maximum value, this parameter sets the maximum value that a pixel can take after applying the thresholding. So if we increase the max value, it will make the image brighter, while if we increase the max value, it will make the image darker. So we want the image is brighter, so we increase the value. And for the block size, this parameter specifies the size of the block used to calculate the adaptive threshold for each pixel. So a larger block means the threshold for each pixel will be calculated using a larger neighborhood, so which can smooth the variation, but the smaller block size will give more local, but it can be noisier. So we just need to adjust it until we get the desired output, the output that we want. And for the C value, this parameter is a constant subtracted from the calculated threshold. So the slider value for the C value is between negative 50 to 50. So the C value adjusts the threshold dynamically by shifting the threshold value up or down. So the positive value will make the output is more okay, but if we decrease the C value, it will make the output black like this. So we just adjust it until we get the output that we want. So in order to save the image to our folder, just click the save image button and then we need to rename it. So just rename it with the name that you would like to enter. So just click save and it already saved in the output. We can see here image save. Then we will go to the next input image for the 02. So as usual, you just need to adjust the max value, the block size, and the C value until you got the output that you want. So click save image and rename it. Next, we go to the next image. So here we can see that we have shadow here in this part. So how to remove the shadow? So we just need to play with the maximum value, the block size, and the C value. So if you decrease the max value, so you can see that the area that have shadow also been affected. So just increase it to make it hilang. So save the image and rename it. And then let's move on to our next image for. So here you can see the dark shadow, and for the S area you can see the lighter shadow. So as usual, just play with the maximum value, block size, and the C value. So you need to adjust the value carefully until you got the value that you want. Okay, so I think this already okay. So I click save image and rename it as out4. And then our last input image 05. So here we can see the background shadow is a bit different. Have have no shadow, have some shadow, the light and dark. So here also we just need to play with the maximum value, lot size and C value. So just click save image, and all the output already been saved in our folder in document FIP assignment in images. So next I would like to invite my next group member to explain about the pipeline of proposed solution.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum, Doctor. So I'm now HUSNINA. We'd like to explain about our proposed solution. Okay, so for the step 1 and 2, which is for the choosing image from file folder and let image, this will allows flexibility to process any image that user want to put. So this Okay, so once the image is chosen, it will load it into the program where all the pixel data is read and stored, preparing it for further processing. So the next one for the step 3, um, we do the converting the image into the grayscale, which we apply it because it will simplify processing by focusing only on intensity values instead of multiple color channels. So it will make the operation faster and more efficient. Okay, so the next step is enhance contrast using CLAHI, which stands for contrast limited adaptive histogram equalization. So unlike standard methods, CLAHI will work on small regions of the image. It will adjusting the contrast locally. For instance, if the image constrains faint text or poorly lit areas, this step will ensure those details will become more visible without overbrightening other parts of the image. So the next step, which is smoothing the background image with Gaussian blur. So we applied this filter because this step will reduce noise and softens uneven lighting or imperfections in the image. So it will averaging pixel values in specific regions, which will help make this text stand out more clearly against the background. So, for example, if there are shadows or rough textures, this step will smoothen them out. So, the next one, step 6 is detect shadow by using binary marks. So, the binary marks this return the image into black and white, where shadows appear as black regions and non-shadows areas are white. So, this step is critical because shadows can obscure important details like text. So, we need to insulate them for removal. Then, for the step 7, which is shadows removal by replace shadow with approximated background values. So, this one we use because we want to detect the shadows and remove them. So this process to ensure the background looks clean and uniform without dark patches that could distract or obscure text. Okay, so for the next step, which is adaptive Gaussian thresholding. So to make it the text clearer, we apply this. We apply this. This step. Okay, so this technique is to separate the text from the background by dynamically adjusting the threshold for each region based on its local brightening. So unlike global thresholding, this will fix the whole image and it works better with uneven lighting. This to ensure that the text in both bright and dark areas is clearly extracted. Then the next one is step 9, which is deletion for text clarity. So we enhance the text further by performing deletion. So this which can help fill gaps in text and connect broken parts of character. So for example, if the letter like A has small break, deletion will closes the gap, making the text more readable and visually clear. Okay, so the step 10. Okay, once all these steps are set, the user can simply click the process image button. So this will triggers the entire pipeline, which is applying all the transformations to the selected image. Okay, so the next step, I will move to step 11, which is the lastly. Finally, the process image is displayed on the screen, which allowing the user to review the result immediately. So if the user is satisfied with the result, they can save the image to their system in their desired file format, such as PNG or JPEG. So that's all from me. Next, I will move to Tasha. She will explain about the quick more detail.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Nur AQILA Natasha, and today I will explain the code part by part. So we start from the top one, which is this part is import CV2. This is part is for importing libraries. The CV2 like for image processing function, and then this one Tkinter import is like for GUI library to create graphical interface such as button, label, scale for ads buttons, labels, and sliders for interactivity. And horizontal is for set slider orientation. Yeah, so that's one for the library. And then we also have the global variables, which is this one. We can see input image path, output image, and save button. This input image path is to stores the files path of the user selected image, while output image is to stores the process image, and it used for saving and displaying. As for the save button, this button like will be created after we process the image. So this part is for adaptive threshold parameters, which is we put fixed value for max value, we put 255, block size we put 15, and C value we put 10. So here is the what we call image processing function. This part is where we apply what we learned in fundamental image processing in this one SEM to get the output that Alia showed just now, and what Husnina present the pipeline just now. So this is the code part. So firstly, we load the grayscale image, this one, using cv2.imread. And then first step, we use Clahi to enhance the contrast. Clahi, like Nina said just now, it stands for Contrast Limited Adaptive Histogram equalization to improve contrast. Then to smooth the image, we use um, blur. No, not we use blur. We use Gaussian blur to enhance the image, to remove the noise and also smooth the image. Okay. So next, we apply shadow mask to detect the shadow, to detect the dark regions. And then next, we remove the shadows by this part. We combine shadow-free regions with a blur black background to remove the shadows. And then we apply adaptive thresholding with user-defined parameters, like just now ALIA showed us to assign the max value or the block size and also C value to get the output, the resulted output. So that's one from user input. And lastly, we apply morphological adjustment to dilate, to dilate, to fill small gaps in the text to enhance visibility. So then we return process image. So that's the part for image processing that we apply to get the resulted, to get the output result. So next is this one is to this is a function to choose image. We can see here. This one is the input image path, is for allows the user to select an image files, and then this function save image to save the process image. Then we can see this one to update image, and then apply processing to apply the adaptive thresholding to the selected input image. And then lastly, not lastly, this is for process image and save temporarily. And then for update image and output image. And lastly, this is save button, is for saving the output image. And then this one, update parameters, is for update the adaptive threshold parameters. This one is the block size and then C values. Okay. Then lastly is parameter sliders, which is for our sliders that like max value, block size, C value. This one is we got the value from user input. So here we apply the sliders coding. And lastly, this is for the buttons. This is for choose image. And then done. That's it for our code. So that's all from us. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
So this is our last assignment.